Hey everyone, welcome back to the newest shop, or we'll say shop. What did we say last time? 1.85. This is the temporary shop until the actual big shop gets built, and this is where we're going to be doing a ton of our work. The Miata behind me needs a new power steering reservoir. The current one is leaking. I got to put these away. The current one is leaking, and it's leaking power steering fluid on my nice garage floor. And so I ordered a pre-owned one. And what did I do with it? I don't even remember. I think I might have left him outside baking in the sun. Did I? I thought I brought him inside. Anyway. Oh, I'm getting messages from people. Hang on. I might have left him cooking in the sun. I did. He's right here. It's kind of windy tonight, so I had the garage door closed. So this is our replacement power steering reservoir. As you can see, it's pretty simple, just 2 tubes and 2 bolts. There's nothing fancy to it. It has a cap with an O-ring in it. And it is tight in there. So it has this cap and it has a little measuring stick on it. And there's an O-ring right there. And that's what keeps your system nice and sealed. And it's a nice tight fit. So this one I got, and he was a little discolored, we'll say. So I just did, as you can tell, truck bed liner and covered up where the hoses go and repainted him. And now he should last a very nice, very long time. And he's pretty protected, and he looks basically brand new. It took about 20 minutes, half an hour to paint him, do one side and then do the other. 2 coats, pretty simple, nothing too crazy. So we'll set him off to the side. And my phone's, I'm getting a bunch of messages here, so I want to make sure. Oh, what do we got? Oh, hey, Liz. Everything sound okay and look okay? I'm back on the laptop now versus the iPad, so I can see your guys' messages, and hopefully you can see, and it's a little smoother video, hopefully. We're working off the hotspot again, so I actually don't know. Let me change this, and there we go. So if it's working, if you guys hear me okay, definitely say something. So the reservoir is actually pretty easy to do, but it's kind of messy because you're going to lose some power steering fluid. So I'm going to grab a roll of paper towels, and I'm definitely going to roll up my sleeves, and we're going to pop the hood on the Miata. Now, I saw a lot of videos on YouTube, a lot, about power steering pump removal and power steering pump reservoir aftermarket replacements for NC and D, a lot of the other variations, but I didn't see anything about replacing the reservoir for the NAs. So that's why we're going to do this one here. What do we got? Looks great. Sounds great. Awesome. Okay. And I'm kind of far away from you guys. I'm probably 8 feet away from you guys. So I'll grab a light and I'll bring you in closer. There won't be so much of me. And also, don't get used to the hair because it's getting cut probably tomorrow. I'll show you how to do this. It's actually very simple. The downside, I do not have a ton of tools here. I have barely any tools. I barely have screwdrivers here. So I'm trying to do this on a very small tool budget or whatever you want to call it. But I'm using very simple stuff. There's nothing exotic about anything I'm using. There's no specialty tools or anything like that. This toolbox that I brought down is actually uh, I brought it because its size. It's well, it's small compared to my main toolbox, but it has all of my guitar repair stuff in it. So there's very tiny screwdrivers. Here, I'll give you an example. I have like an extremely small screwdriver set. I have, stuff really for, working on guitars and doing very finite stuff. Um, I'm, it's very specific for guitars and electronics and finishing and setting up guitars. So there's not a lot of big boy tools in there. I actually didn't even have a normal set of pliers. I'll show you the pliers that I had for about a week. Um, these were the pliers that I had. Whoa, there he goes. For about a week, and that's all I had. So today, I actually had to go buy pliers, and so we won't give any name brands away, but I actually had to go buy a set of pliers. So I'm gonna grab. Not sure which one I'm gonna use because there's hose clamps down there, but I'm gonna grab these just in case, and we'll set them on our alternate tool tray. Miata tool trays right here by the radiator, and then they also have this cubby, which is great for holding tools. So let me grab a light. And what are the odds we're going to be able to stick up there? It's all aluminum. The hinge is steel. We'll see if it can hang out on the hinge and give us a nice light down here so it's not blinding for everyone. Okay. The other thing I have, and you guys got to promise not to laugh at this. This is all I have for sockets. I have a regular socket set, but this is all I have to turn a 1/4 inch drive. And even if I do have, I do have a 3/8 set, I don't have any extensions. So this is all I have for doing extensions. So if you want forearm workout, this is the way to do it. This is a 10 and this is an 8. And that's pretty much what we're going to be using here. And bring my paper towels closer because I'm going to need them. The power steering reservoir is on the driver's side of the car, up towards the front, right by the radiator. And so, in order to get to that, we could do it without removing any of this stuff, but it's going to be easier if I just take this intake tube off. And taking the intake tube off is very, very simple. So, hang on, I'll bring you guys over and we'll just do an engine view. Hey, Diane. This is going to be the smoothest upgrade. Probably. Hey, there's the Grom. All right, I'm going to try and get you guys in here as close as possible without getting in the way. So you can see the power steering reservoir right there. So I'm going to take out this tube, and it's not very difficult. It's an 8mm here. Oh, this guy's already loose. And then there's a 10mm over there. I also need to remove this vacuum line for the cruise control because he is attached to this tube. So he comes off. Vacuum line is off, and we need our pliers for this vent tube, and that's it. This should be our 10mm. Yeah, I'm sorry. Normally, I would have really nice tools for this, but I don't right now. There we go. That guy's off. That guy's off. This guy was already loose. I'm guessing it just vibrated loose. We'll give him a little help. This comes off. Nope, keep the clamp on. Oh, and then we have our PCV here too. Ugh. A little bit of oil right there. Clean all that stuff up and take our intake tube off. There we go. Oh, that was so smooth, wasn't it? All right, I'll just set him to the side. Oh, okay, clamp. All right. So now you have a slightly better view of this guy. Let me see if I can rotate you guys a little bit. What are you guys saying? Good how-to for folks that just have basic tools themselves. Yeah, I guess that's it. You know, it's nice when I'm at my shop and I can use all my specialty tools and I can zip this stuff out really quick and do all of that. But if you do have just basic home tools, you know, a pair of pliers, a 10 mil and an 8 mil, you can basically do this. And I'm just noticing with the intake tube off that this thermostat gasket is leaking, and that is going to have to be replaced soon. I don't know if you guys can see that. I can see the discoloration here, and that tells me that it's leaking. This is also a very odd piece, and he breaks really easy. So you have to be very careful with him. So let's get back to this. We've got two hoses here. We've got our send and return. And I guess it would be our pull and our push. The return is obviously the higher one, the smaller guy. And so these are just regular pinch clamps. And I think the needle nose for this top guy is going to be the way to go. These are really big needle nose. I'm just going to slide the clamp down on the hose. There's a ground wire here that's kind of in the way. And then for this guy, I'm going to do the same thing. Pretty sure these hoses have not been off of here in a very, very long time. Okay. I'm gonna have to come around to the other side. So I can sort of see what I'm doing. Okay. Those guys. This clamp is very difficult to get to. Come in from the side. Nope. I have to pry this clamp to where I can reach the tabs. I just have to clock him a little bit. Yeah, that's not going to work. Okay. Can I come in? Let me come in from the side here. And then when he's off, hopefully I clocked him far enough right there. I didn't think my air filter guy was going to be in the way so much. But he certainly is causing problems. Also, I'm doing this totally blind. I have no light down here. Ah. Okay. So I can get the clamp loose from here, sort of. But then I don't have a way to rotate it or to clock that spring. Out of the way. See, when I do it like that, my hand blocks the light, so I can't see anything. I really don't like spring clamps. I actually don't know anyone that does. Oh, come on. This thing is exactly in the way to piss me off. I don't really want to take him out, though. All right. What the hell? All right, there's also a protective sleeve here that needs to slide out of the way. There we go. Okay. The sleeve was kind of blocking it from sliding down. Of course, the tool gets stuck in there. All right. Is he off of that? I think he is. All right. So now comes the fun part. These tubes have been on here for a while. And sometimes you get lucky and just rotate them and they'll slide off. There we go. And there's one. We're going to try and keep him vertical-ish because otherwise he's just going to empty. And power steering fluid should be red. If it's black or seriously dark brown, you got to replace it. Not a good idea. The other thing I should do is probably pull this so that there's no, not fighting suction. Well, we won't be anymore, but I'm going to see if I can get in here. I might have to come to the other side. Nope. So I'm going to try and be careful and not hurt this hose. but I would like for him to rotate. Nice. So he's rotating. We didn't hurt the hose, which is a good thing. Now I can figure out how to slide him off there without any tools. Like, I don't have a pry bar or any kind of. This is sad. This is probably the longest flat tool I have. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to pry him out of there with this. And also without killing the AC or breaking anything else. Oh yeah, here we go. He's coming. All right. I think we have him off of there. Is that sad using wire crimpers as a pry bar? But okay, this is where it's going to flow. So this guy we need to get elevated too. Yeah, everything's leaking out. Okay, everybody stay there. You can see this stuff still kind of reddish. That was new. That's I refilled it when I started driving down here, so there should be some new fluid in there. I'll also show you guys how to bleed the air. Because we are reservoir, there's going to be air in the lines. So I'll show you how to get rid of those. Power steering fluid is not caustic or gnarly or anything. It's basically like automatic transmission fluid. It's just kind of a pain in the ass, messy. But it's not like super slippery like brake fluid. So the next part are the two 12mm bolts down here. And sorry, they 12 or 10? I think they're 10 mil. That one came out pretty easy. Of course, you have to have little tiny Japanese fingers. Get in there to get that bolt out. All right, this one's going to be a little bit more difficult. You ready? Go. Okay. Wow. All right. All right. Wow. Oh, he comes out easy once he's loose. All right, and there is a little grounding strap there. I believe he's for the radio. And these two guys are two different lengths. So the tall one goes to the front, the short one goes to the back. I don't know if you guys can see the difference in height there. So tall to the front, short to the back. All right. So we will take our cap. What do we do with our power steering lid? Put our lid back on and lift this guy out past the ground strap. Try and keep him tilted back, and that's what it looks like. It just has a basic, he's leaking from this seam in here, somewhere in that seam. At least that's where we think he's leaking from. If not, we'll replace hoses and we'll just keep going until this car doesn't leak. These are all parts that should be replaced. I mean, it's a 96. It's almost 30 years old. So anything that can get replaced is probably not a bad idea. So I'm going to clean up a little bit of the spillage here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's been leaking for a little while now. It's usually been very protective of the metal that it's covering. And this was so take that added protection. Absolutely. You can tell there's a lot of gunk and crap under there. And I don't know if you can see it, but this is the ground. I believe this is, what is this for? This is AC on, or this is the ground for the or no, this is AC on. Yeah. So we're just going to clean up that section right there. This is a very tight fit. Very tight fit. But you get what you can. And now we'll take our new power steering reservoir after a word from our sponsor. Yeah. All right, where's our new one? I just had it. Just had him. Where'd he go? Oh. I'm like, geez, how did I lose a brand new part? So here's our new res. And I think what I'm going to do, since those lines are so flexible, I'm going to hook up the lines first and then get him mounted into place. I think that's probably a better way to do it. That's just me thinking aloud. Okay. That guy is on there. And since I have access to him, I'm going to take care of that clamp right now, too. Maybe. God, this is so obnoxious. And it is very difficult without the right tools. I'm going to clock this clamp slightly differently than it was originally. Well, I can't go much further because the other pipe is in the way. So I guess that's why they do that. And now we can do the second line. I got to look at my other one now. Yeah. All right. So here's where we have some differences. So on the one in the car right now, this return line is straight down. Here, he comes at an angle. So we know that's a difference. All right, well, I'm going to hang on to this guy for now. That is going to make it very interesting to get this line on because, all right, we're going to do a little adjustment. There is a zip tie for this AC wire. We're going to take care of that zip tie right now. That way, we can move that hose and have him come from underneath instead of having to come straight up from the top. So we're just kind of rerouting this hose. He's going to go underneath instead of above, and that will give us the angle that we want, I think. Yep. Oh, yeah. Yep, that works great. So instead of coming over the top hose, he comes under the top hose. It's just a simple reroute, nothing too major. So now I think I do better with the clamps from this side. I think. Actually don't know. Whoa, you can't go too far. It actually won't work. Okay. We have that's the toughest part of this whole thing is getting those clamps done. So we're done with that. And now we can mount this guy. Please let the mounting tabs be the same. The mounting tabs are different. All right, they're okay. All right, so short one in the back, which is weird because he has the extra tab for that AC line. Can pretty much do that whole thing by hand. What am I dropping? Oh, where did that cap go? How am I not seeing it? It's a huge cap. Where did he go? Oh, he's right here. This is for the headlight adjustment. So the headlights go up and down. All right. We're going to do this guy and our super duper extension here. I don't know how I'm going to get him in there. What is something flexing this? No, it's just the lines pulling. I don't know how the hell I'm going to get in there. I don't even have a magnet to drop in the bolt. Oh, come on. Give me a thread. There we go. Wow. All right. And this, I don't know how he goes. He goes like this. Yeah. Okay. Fan power. All right. Where did my tall guy go? I just had him. Of course, he's hiding up here. When I get an actual extension, I might ask my neighbor if I can use a extension for the 3/8 and get that guy cranked down. This, I think, is in right side up. Maybe. Yeah. 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 Oops, I'll come back here. Okay. We are mounted again. All of our parts and stuff are out of there. Do some cleanup. And I'll have to do some engine bay cleanup down there. And definitely get some cat litter on the floor. So slide this guy up. That was our protective sleeve. Get him back in place. And then we'll zip tie this wire, but we're going to go to the top or to the big hose instead of to the small one. That's kind of it. Got some drips over here. Oh, that's when I had the other reservoir. All right. I think that's pretty good. I need to get this up. Okay. Yeah, because what you don't want to do is have the two hoses rub each other. That's a totally different channel. Okay. Now we'll get a zip tie on there and then we can fill it up. Oh, that's a little tighter O-ring than mine, I think. I think the paint came out pretty good. Hopefully that TBL lasts a while. TBL's pretty resistant. My driveway in Ohio still has TBL from 3 years ago. And I was painting some wood and overspray got on the driveway and it's still there. Zip tie. I do actually have zip ties here. I know, that's pretty damn surprising. So let's see. Where's good routing for this? Just do the same kind of routing that it had on the other hose. And we'll go under the foam so that it stays in place. And that'll also help keep the foam in place, in theory. Needs to be a little slack because the engine torques a little bit. So, all right. You want to make sure you're not super duper 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 tight in there. Or you haven't given the line enough slack. There you go. We are complete. Oh, handrails right there. Oh, sorry, except for filling it up. But that's basically it. Not too bad, right? Let's put some tools away and we'll fill it up. Oh, where my needle nose go? I only carved my arm up a little bit. Pretty impressed with myself. I'm going to leave these here because I got a feeling. Got a feeling. We'll save some paper towels too. These guys can go away. These guys and these guys. I know I'm OCD. I just like my tools being ready, sort of. I got. Where's my little? Funnel? Oh, it's out with all the pool supply stuff. All right. So we're all good here. All right. Give me a second to. Oh, more comments? Yeah. Okay. Give me a second to go get my funnel. It's out by the pool. I was doing pool cleaning and I was mixing chemicals in a bottle. So I had. Hang on. I'll be right back. Hold on. I'm coming right back. Okay. Hopefully the microphone stayed with. Yeah, I guess that's how it goes. Okay. I had to rinse it out too. So we have what we have is Lucas power steering stop leak. This kind of stops leaks, but not really. What it's really good for is it says the renews rack and pinions. It's really great for older seals and helping those seals last. Not too shabby, nice install. Thank you. So this stuff, you don't have to add all of it. Just take a little bit of it. And this stuff is great for just helping renew the pump, uh, keeping crap out of the lines, and those seals that are in the rack. This stuff is really great for it. It's hardcore lube. And then regular Valvoline power steering fluid. Nothing fancy there. This stuff you can just squeeze in. I don't have that much left. It's basically power steering fluid with a bunch of additives. So we're going to put that in. That's about a quarter of the bottle. And let that drain. And then this is the fun part, trying to get the level right, because the best way to measure it is when the car's hot. But we also have to get the air out of the lines. And bleed the system. I was going to show you guys how to do that. So I am going to check really quick to see where our level is at. And it's kind of tough to tell on here, especially in this light. You can see it there. The hash marks are for safe. So and we're not anywhere close to that. So we'll try it again. We're not even touching the bottom of the dipstick. So we'll come back, put our funnel back in, and add some more power steering fluid. This stuff's weird. It's gold. It's kind of thin. I thought it would be thicker. Okay. Maybe I'm thinking of ATF just being red, or this Lucas stuff just being red. But where's that? I don't know. I know in the neon we have different color fluids for all the different components. So like power steering is purple, and we use different types of fluids. So that way you know what the hell is leaking and what is not leaking. So I'm going to pull out of there and do it once more. And for some reason, we're not even touching. Okay. Given it is a brand new reservoir, so it's going to take a lot to fill it up. But it won't, I don't think it'll take a quart. Of course, there's a manual somewhere that says how much it takes, right? Damn it, prop rod. Prop rod is always in the way. Um, there's actually a pretty good suction in there. Oh, we're touching the bottom of the stick. So we'll keep going here. Add some more. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of a pain to keep checking like this, but that's why we own a Miata. Hopefully. Oh, yeah. All right. We have good power steering fluid. We're all the way on the hash marks. So now we're going to do something fun, and we're going to bleed out the air that's in the system now. And the best way to do that is to do the wheels all the way to the left, all the way to the right, all the way to the left, all the way to the right. So I don't remember if we do it with this off or open. I don't remember. We'll check. But that's the way to do it. So I'm going to open the garage door and zoom you guys back. Hey, who's here? No Limit Mud Dragon. Hey, man. That's not power steering fluid. Don't look like it. Yeah, that's what I thought too. until, yeah, this one also has stop leak, but this is the normal power steering fluid I get for the dailies. So that's what's weird. One way and then back. Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to do. Yeah, with cap off. Yeah. I can never remember if it's with cap on or cap off, but I think it's with cap off. So that's what we're going to do right now. All right. Give me a second. I'm going to move you guys back. We'll just do it right here. That should work. And I know as soon as I start the engine, this light's going to fall off. So we'll bring it back down here. Hopefully that still gives you guys light. And let me crack the garage door because it reeks of power steering fluid in here now. We'll give it a start. Oh, where'd the key go? Oh, it's windy out. Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, it does not like that because I didn't put the intake tube back on. It was like, hey, you have a massive vacuum leak. Oh, you're right, I do. Sorry. I got so excited about the new part. Damn. Oh, it's a very tight fit. Holy smokes. I got so jazzed about that. All right. Come back around here. You come back here. You vacuum line go there. And I need my pliers again. Just for this guy. Oh my God, okay. I really do dislike spring clamps. All right. He's back in. Keep the ring on. There we go. Get our vacuum line hooked up back here. Okay. Now I'm probably going to have a CEL about evap leak and all that. All right. Let's get this guy cranked back. And that's okay. We'll clear that. Nice and snug. Okay. And then our 8 mil. He was on a shorter one. And I'm weird. I like to line these up and make them vertical and all of that. And we are cranked. Cool. Better. All right. I think I know who No Limit Mud Dragon is. I think I know. I think I know. Hey, no check engine light. All right. That's a good sign. All right. We're going to watch this. I'm just rotating the steering nice and smooth, left to right. It feels a lot better. It feels a little weird going to the left. It's normal. Okay. Yep. We're still full. Calling that a win. Not bad. All right, let's see what else we got here. Yeah, no squealing, no vibration. Oh, yeah. I forgot about your CEL, Liz. Yeah, hopefully this is the cure for the leaking. I wasn't too jazzed about it, but that's what happens when you have a 30-year-old car. So I've got some little spill area that I got to clean up here. Cool. Success, right? You can already hear the lifters ticking. These valve cover gaskets. You try to keep them in good shape, but I was going to say that's this guy ticking. It's not the lifters. Better not be. Joey and I used really nice lifters on this. So I don't know what is. I don't know what this relay. Oh, it's for the evap. Okay. Um, all right. We get a clean paper towel and clean that off. No other crazy fluids on here. It's also good that power steering fluid is not caustic or anything. So let's check left to right again. Oh, yeah. No squeals, no weirdness. No super high suction from that. If you have super high suction, that means it's trying to pull fluid that it doesn't have. It's pulling air. So that works pretty good. Not bad, right? Loud noise coming. Hang on. Cool. All right. We'll recycle our paper towels. We'll let our funnel drain out into a paper towel. Maybe. If I can find a spot for it to stay put. Okay. That's garbage and garbage. This guy can stay here. Wow. Wind is really picking up. So that's pretty good. This all goes in recycle, and then this goes in the garbage. So not a bad cleanup. Now, when I move the Miata, I'm going to have a pile of fluid under there, and I guess I can do that later. But that's where the Miata stands right now. So, hey, you can see my neighbor's house too. It's actually it's a really, really nice house. Um, oh, were there other comments in there? Now let's go for a spin. Yeah. Not right now. It's 11 o'clock at night, and my neighbors are crashed, and I don't really want to make huge noise. My watch is telling me to take a moment. I will. I'll take a moment and celebrate a pretty quick and easy, with super basic tools, doing doing the Miata power steering. Hang on, let me raise this up so I can talk to you guys, and you can see the car. That's better. I think. I think that's better. So, quick and easy one tonight. Not too shabby. And we also found out that there are two different power steering pump reservoirs, one with a straight tube down and one angled. So if you have an NA, I'm guessing they changed that between NA and NB. If you have an NA, check for the angled ones if you're buying a replacement. If you have an NB, check for the straight down ones. I'm going to check with Brian DePaul about his being straight down. I'm guessing that's the change. And it probably has something to do with the VVT system, how lines are routed with that and stuff. So, other than that weirdness, and all I had to do was flip the hose from one side to the other. And, well, sorry, it actually went underneath so that it could go up at an easier angle. That's all. It's still away from the engine block, from the suspension, away from everything. So that was it. It does work with it. It would have been nice to have the exact correct one, but that's okay. This works just fine with this car. And the hoses will eventually get replaced too. When the other shop's built, I'll replace the hoses and the seals, and probably get a nice new rack for it. Just this car is so fantastic in so many ways that you want to keep it going. You want to keep, driving it. Um, I mean, even in Ohio, driving it was great, but driving it down here is just fantastic. If you have a nice day, like it was a really nice day today. It was a little bit cooler, and some clouds, so you're not getting like full time sun all the time. It would have been great. I didn't take this out today. I took the motorcycle out today, but also got the Miata hardtop hung up on the wall, which is pretty exciting. That officially makes it my shop now. uh, Still doing body work on that. Still making sure the top is perfect so I can get primered and painted. But yeah, again, we're not going to use the hardtop very much down here, so I'm not in any kind of rush to get that done. Big thing today was the pool. Pool guy came and helped me get all set up with the pool, and it is getting clearer. It's going to take a while, probably a day or so after Hurricane Helene, Hurricane Milton, the lack of maintenance from God knows how many years. It's going to take a little while to get that thing up and going, but it's a lot closer than it was. And also power washed the entire cage over the pool, which was extremely satisfying watching that algae and stuff just come off there. So that was a pretty busy day. Tomorrow, landscapers come. It'll look like a whole new house. I was going to do a YouTube live with the landscapers and a kind of a time lapse thing, but I'm just going to record the time lapse with two different cameras and see, and I'll put that up on Instagram and up on Facebook, and you guys can check out the time lapse. You can see the house, what it looks like, and then kind of a before and after, I guess, is the best way to do it. So I'll be up early tomorrow to set up for the landscapers. I've got both the tripods ready to go and both the gimbals ready to go. It should be pretty cool. And then I guess next project will be whatever else we need. Oh, we're gonna do a new stereo in the Miata. I forgot to tell you guys this because the screen died on this one, my $45 Amazon special. So I got a new $50 Amazon special, and these things are great. They're really cheap, and it's just Bluetooth, so there's no CD or DVD player or anything like that. It's very lightweight, which is important in a Miata. So yeah, next project will be this, and hopefully Berg will have stuff that we can do on his car when he comes down. We'll do cool touch ups on his car. I've got some other friends down here as well. Won't always be coming to you from my shop. It might be in other locations, but this is the plan for now. So hopefully it works for you guys. And trust me, on my next trip, I'm grabbing probably half of my tools, at least everything that I have doubles of. I'm bringing it all down. It'll be probably half the truck, but it'll be worth it because I hate, like, I'll give you an example here. Oh, I do have a screwdriver. Anyway, I had to go buy a $29 drill because I don't have a drill, and I'm trying to mount Tapcons and concrete screws in the wall. This little battery lasted about 4 holes. Had to wait like 6 hours to fully recharge it, and then I could drill the other 2 holes. Then I could mount the screws and mount the thing on the wall. So, and it sucks not having the tools that you need. And actually, I've been spoiled for so long with kick-ass tools. It's kind of refreshing to have to figure out what to use. How do I, how do I do this with what I've got? And I do dumb, like, not OSHA approved things. Like, my ladder is just a little fold-out ladder, and I couldn't bother my neighbor for his big one because it's like midnight. So I just took a paint bucket and ratchet strapped it to the top step, and I got another, you know, 13, 14 inches out of it. Hey, it worked. Not safe and not very smart, but it got the job done. So it's kind of interesting when you don't have a ton of tools to try and figure out how to get this stuff done. Fortunately, tonight, that was a simple one. If you're trying to do like an engine rebuild, you're obviously going to need serious tools. But if you're doing smaller stuff like this, like headlights or power steering reservoir, stuff like that, it's going to be, you'll probably be able to manage. So thanks everyone for hanging out tonight. I appreciate it. Who else is here? Yeah, my first Florida install. Yeah. I don't know, first Florida like complete repair, I guess. Called that. Wow, the wind is no joke. I don't know if you guys can hear it or see it. It's no joke out there. So thanks again, everyone. I really appreciate it. Like I said, we'll keep going. The projects here will be smaller until the other vehicles get here. And then we'll be doing a lot more stuff. Like I'll actually have jacks and jack stands and a complete ratchet set and things like that. So we'll be doing a lot more cool stuff. If you guys have any questions, concerns, whatever, let me know. I'll I have access to a lot more cars in Ohio, but down here, slowly but surely, I'm getting to know more and more people that are car friendly. So we'll have some other cool cars in here. Sometimes we might not be working on stuff. I might just bring cool cars in for you guys to check out. we'll see how that goes. But for now, it's working out nice. I'm actually okay with it. I wish the pool worked, but that's coming. I'm patient. I'll be okay with that. Plus, I got 8 million other things to do. I'm really excited about landscaping and hopefully internet tomorrow too. I've been doing all of this on 1 bar of LTE for since I got down here. What, 2 weeks ago? And so it's been really rough, really rough. But hopefully it's working for you guys, and I'm going to keep going. So yeah, if you got questions, comments, definitely shoot me a text, send me an email, message me here. I guess that's about it. Don't forget to show someone that you love them today. Give them a kiss on the cheek, give them a kiss on the tip of their nose, hold their hand, give it a squeeze. It's really important for them, but it's far more important for you. All right. Thanks, everyone. I will catch you soon. All right. Cool.